Jubilee Road for another video. So in today's video we are going to be looking at the Class 67 set. Now, more importantly, it is the operators of these Class 67 sets. So today we're going to be putting up Arriva Trains Wales versus Transport for Wales. Now, Arriva Trains Wales did run the services for quite some time here in South Wales, and they did quite well, and you can see the blue coloured one there, which is the Arriva Trains Wales colours. Next to it, we have the more modern Transport for Wales set. Now, this set is currently running here in South Wales up to Holyhead, but they are going to be introducing quite a few more sets of them to more places, which I'm really looking forward, and might take a trip on one of those coming up shortly. In the video, we're going to see the differences between each set, because there are more than you might think, not just the livery. Then we're going to give them a good run around the layout, each one. One does have digital sound, where the other one is just currently DC at the moment, but you'll still be able to get a really good look at them running around the layout. So let's have a look at the differences first. We'll start off with a quick look at the locomotive itself, which is the Class 67. Here we have the Arriva 67, which is 67003. Now, this has been at Jubilee Road for quite some time, which you'd probably know. And the Hornby 67 is actually a rather good quality model. Never really had any problems with it at all. It runs well. It does have a TTS decoder in it, which is the sound version. And it's still running rather well. It does have headlights, taillights, sprung buffers, and all that kind of stuff. This one does have the detail impact fitted, which I fitted a while back, whereas the Transport for Wales one doesn't yet. So here is the Transport for Wales one. Now, is there any difference between them apart from the livery? No, there isn't. Well, the number, this is 67014, so the number's different, but in terms of the spec of the model, the quality, there is no difference between these two. If I just move this one slightly back for you so you can, there we go. Hornby, between these two models, there's been no upgrade. Same motors, I believe, same DCC socket. Let me know, does this have a different one? I'm not too sure. Overall, they're exactly the same model. No retools between them. But, yeah, I'm okay with that, because this is a rather good model anyway. So, let's have a look at the coaches. And here is the coaches. So here is the Arriva ones. Now, and Hornby did a rather nice job. Now, obviously, the livery is different, as you can see. These are white and red, and these are sort of, what colour would you call it? It's not, is it a bluey sort of turquoise colour? And especially the lining coming down the side of the coach, it looks a little more green, doesn't it? The Arriva livery actually was really quite smart, and I think it suited these coaches rather well. Now, the biggest difference between the two coaches, that one and these, is these are Mark III coaches, and these are Mark IV coaches. So when Arriva had these, they had the slam doors still fitted. Arriva weren't around long enough, really, to fit sliding doors. Now, obviously, these being Mark IVs, they already have the sliding doors fitted. And if you look at the livery, let's bring them, they are the livery which you know as LNER. Same livery. Transport for Wales never bothered changing it. They just slapped their branding on the side of it. That's why they're quite recognisable, as you can see. So each set contains 4 coaches with a buffet car in the mix. The Transport for Wales ones always ran their buffet car towards the back, because that included the first class section, whereas Transport for Wales tends to put it in this area from photos that I have seen. Overall, the quality of the coaches, it's okay. They're not the best quality coaches out there. They're a little bit, hear that? Yeah, that sounds a little bit possibly on the cheap side. But they do the job, and they look okay running around the layout, don't they? So the next part is, let's go and have a look at the DVTs, because there are differences there as well. and here is the DVTs from both sets. So as you can see, there are slight differences between them. You can see the light clusters quite a bit different, and if we have a look up on the roof, there is a fair bit of roof detailing different. This is for Wi-Fi, believe it or not. That's the Wi-Fi, I guess you would call it a receiver, I guess. The Transport for Wales livery is extremely plain. You can see that it just has the letter T on the side of it, and it's sort of in this off-white going towards sort of a light grey almost, with the red around it. It does look rather modern though. But if we have a look at the Arriva one, there's a lot more going on in the livery. As you can see, a couple of different colours. You've got all the branding down the side. Some of these new Transport for Wales have got vinyls on them now, sort of advertising different things. I believe I have seen a couple of them out on the line. Between them, they're rather good quality, very expensive for what they are, but they have got DCC sockets in them, directional lighting, and they are fairly sturdy models. You're not going to be having too much quality issues between the two of them. So there we go, that was the look at the two different sets that I have today. Put in the comment sections, what is your favourite? Now, I struggled between the two of them, which one I prefer. I think the Transport for Wales one does look definitely more modern in my opinion, but I think the Arriva livery does look that bit nicer and stands out a bit more and slightly more interesting. Let me know what you think in the comment sections. So what I'm going to do now is leave you with a running session with these two to help you decide or make it even more difficult for you. So you can be seeing them in a variety of locations, running with the 67 up front and also with this DVT up the front. And just before we go, if you didn't know, DVT stands for Driving Van Trailer, just so you know. So yeah, I'm going to leave you with the running session, and I'll be back here at Jubilee Road with loads more railway content for you very soon. Bye everyone.